Steve's in the heart of Australia to load up Doug Clisher's precious collection of 2 classic trucks and 3 cars, worth a total of $135,000.
I mean, what could go wrong with Outback juggling?
The first truck on is a 1970 Ford D with a cab that can be tilted forward for easy access to the engine, the first of its kind in Alice Springs. It's got no engine or brakes.
Never had so much fun in my life, but we haven't got the load on yet. No.
Did I not tell you it'd be an adventure, mate?
Oh, it's an adventure. I just hope that little thing's strong, because I've got no brakes, and if it comes back, I'm going over the top of you.
If it goes wrong here, we're in big trouble. So we need to have an element of control. Just going to chain it to here so I can get the loader back and then re-level the bucket.
Right, we'll give it another go. This is interesting to say the least. This is all going to take a lot longer than what I thought, and I'm not getting paid by the hour. We've come 50 kilometres since I first spotted those clouds, those storms, and yep, we're getting closer to them, and they got that awful rainy look about them. Now, if a big storm like that goes down that Dockaruba road, that will make my life miserable. Now for the moment of truth. That says open. Chokarura Road, Yalara to WA border, open. Well, I'm completely in the hands of the authorities that are in charge of the road, and they're telling me it's open. But I'm unhappy to see that bloody thunderstorm in front of me. That frightens the crap out of me. Tell you what, that looks a bit apocalyptic right now up there. I hope that's not one of those supercell thunderstorms. See, you get these supercell storms this time of the year. I was in one a few years ago and it blew stuff off the back of a truck. It was hell. And this looks real scary. That's a big wind blowing up in front of some big, nasty thunderstorm somewhere. There it comes. Better get 2 hands on the wheel. I think my little dog hears the tension in my voice and comes out to see how I'm going. I don't see this as a friendly sky. I see this more as a threatening, fat and heavy and full of water. We've just got into the national park. It's getting interesting now. I'm starting to get a bit nervous as to what I'll see on this next sign.
The Northern Territory Department of Infrastructure, Planning and Logistics, Road Information Service. Chokaruru Road, impassable, flooding.
If the sign down here says the road's open, as far as I'm concerned, it's a grey area and I can proceed. But it depends on what this sign says up here. Here we go. Here's my sign. And it looks green to me. And I'm guessing that, yep, she's open. Well, that's all I wanted to see. On one hand, I'm being told it's impassable. On the other hand, I'm being told it's open. At no point in time, even with the impassable message, am I being told that it's closed. And there's a good old rock staring me in the face. My plan is to go out here just past the Olgas. There's a good spot where I can get off the road and call it a day. The Olgas Katajuta, it's got its own look, its own character, different from the rock again, but by God, it's impressive.
Katajuta means many heads to the local Anangu people of Central Australia. It's a sacred Aboriginal site, 36 rock domes, ancient reminders of the vast inland sea that once covered this area millions of years ago.
Just up here a little bit is where I'll camp, and that will be in the background tonight. That'll be my view in the morning when I get up.
But for now, Steve's ready for a well-earned sleep under the majestic Carter Juta.
Now I'm going to start cranking her up and get some action happening. You ready, Belle? Bella always likes to start the day.
Ahead of him, over 1,000 kilometres of killer dirt road.
I've let my front tyres down from 100 pound to 70 pounds cold to take some of the pain out of what this dirt's going to do to us. I'm expecting corrugations and I don't know what. I've got 1,100 kilometres of this, so you don't know what you're going to get.
First up is 200 kilometres of the notorious Chukaruru Road. Potholes, muddy bogs, and large hidden sand patches. And Steve's nemesis, corrugations.
Plenty of corrugations. Yeah, it's all right, Bella. She knows when I get stressed, she must. Oh, she just comes out, gives me a little touch for reassurance. It's a bit of a homecoming getting back on the dirt, isn't it? It's familiar territory. It worries me about what's in front of me. I don't want to be too clever. I've had a bit of a cruisy day, but every time I get smart, something comes back to remind me not to do that. You've got to stay totally focused when you're on this stuff. It'd be easy to zone out, but you can't afford to. I'll be shook up by the end of it.
But it's the weather that has him really worried.
I've got phone range just here. I'll pull up and make some phone calls and see what the road reports are, let the dog out, check my load. Right, well, I've just got off talking to the Shires. The road from Docker River to Warburton is closed to all traffic. And she's asked me not to travel this road, so I'm under instruction, and they know I'm here, so I can't. I won't. Because the penalty for travelling a closed road is $400 a wheel, and I have 42 wheels on the road.
That would be a $16,800 fine.
I want to get the bonnet of the truck in some shade somewhere and shut the thing off. Just a nice shady desert oak would be good for a few hours.
To park his 53-metre truck and trailer off-road, Steve has few options.
Well, I can turn around in there. So I'll go in there, turn around, find a bit of shade. This looks a whole heap tighter now that I'm in here. God damn it. Just trying. Well, that was a serious error of judgment. I've run my dog trailer up on the sandbank, so I've got to get the shovel out. It's frustrating. And I could kick myself up the arse thoroughly for it. All I've got to do here is shovel the wall away from my wheels. I might give that a little bit of a go. See if it'll get up here. This is worse than what it was a moment ago. I put myself here, so I suppose I've got to deal with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook this back trailer. And the real drama is I just got to think about this.
Steve decides to lighten the load, breaking up his 53-metre-long road train, one trailer at a time.
Should be able to get myself out of here. Pull the first one out in the street in the bitumen and drop it, come back and get this one. It's just one problem after another, and now I'm hooked up between a rock and a hard place, and there's only one way out of it, it's with the bloody shovel. Hello. Has he got any idea how long? No worries, thank you, I'll ring them. Thanks, bye. You know, it is a nonsense, and this is where you want to break the law. Because you're here, you're on the road, you know where the bloody puddles are and you know where it's dry. And you know you can pick your way along it. But that bloody cloud there, that rain's going to come tonight and piss with rain on here. And I know this afternoon I've just traversed what's called an impassable road. I've just travelled it. And it certainly wasn't impassable. But anyway, I better get on with it. I didn't want to feed my fly in, but if I've got to, I will. Make life a bit easier. Bit of a luck, I might get a run up on it, get down onto that good ground. And if I get buggered up again, I guess I'll go back and pick up on my fly and do it all again. I like to think I'm awfully close to, I'm on better ground and I'm starting to get onto a downhill run, and that always helps. Right, let's see if we can get this thing out of here. That's half the road train out. The stupid part about it is I've got to go back in and get the other half. But the other half, I promise you, is going to be a lot easier than this one. They're big wheels for a starter. I'm sick of waiting. I want to try the Shire. See if someone's there. No answer at the Shire yet. This is the damn trouble with this. Won't come to work enough to give you information, but they will get to work in time to catch you coming out the other end and find you. Last night, the Shire told me to stop here, and travellers are coming through, so why am I sitting here is my question. It's frustrating.
For road trains, each local shire has the authority to close roads if they deem the weather conditions are dangerous for traffic.
If I sit here all day today and they don't let me move, and it rains tonight down there, I'm in deep crap. All I can do is wait. All right, good on you, Matt. Bloody good on you. I'm glad I rang you. Thanks, mate. See you. I've just got off the phone from a mate of mine. I got him to ring the works supervisor in Warburton because I can't get through to the office. Obviously, no one's opening the office. And the works bloke has said that I can proceed. And if I get stuck, well, tough luck, Stevie. Oh, you're getting heavier, Bill. I've got to get cracking before more rain gets on this road. I've got this little window of dry weather that, thank goodness, I'm moving because I need to get this country covered whilst this window of dry weather's here, or I'm bugging. God, there must have been some big rain here. Big rain. I don't like it holding me up, but I do like seeing it laying around out there.
The Great Central Road, 1,100 kilometres of unsealed outback highway, running through the Aboriginal Ngunyat Jarrah lands of the arid Gibson Desert.
Yeah, camels, all their weights up high. They fold back on you and smash the thing up. See all the dead cars come to a sad, lonely death out here. Run out of fuel or run out of water. It's pretty easy to perish out here.
With summer temperatures nudging 40 degrees, this road can be a killer.
Truck driver, poor fella, died over near Walloona. Missed a turn, went 20 kilometres out of his way, tried to turn his truck around on the road, bogged it, and was dead the next day. Just pull up here and have a look at the load. Look at that little bloke. Well, fella, come here. Hey? It's a little thorny devil. He lives on ants, this little bloke.
They've survived out here in the desert for millennia.
And get him off the road, out of the truck bay. 570 kilometres to go of dirt. Clear skies now. I just hope that that stuff I saw rolling over before doesn't hang around and come back and get me.
Steve's now on a race to the end. It's the Outback legend versus the weather.
Well, it looks like we're all coming together in a hurry. The cloud's coming towards me and I'm going towards it. It's amazing how quick it can come up. It's going to be a close run thing. Fingers crossed, touch wood, I can pull it off and I'll get out off this road before that starts to rain. Rain on this road means road closure. That's it. That is a raindrop on my windscreen. That is what I did not want to see, is water hitting that window. The rain's here. Got about 80k to go.
Up ahead, every trucker's saviour, bitumen.
Honestly, I've only just pulled this off by the skin of my teeth.
Steve's beaten the desert storm. Just. Now, it's a 960-kilometre run on the black stuff, home to Perth. For Steve, it's been an epic journey, halfway across the continent.
Just dragged the thing all the way from Alice Springs to here, 2,500 kilometres to go in the door, and it hasn't been without its challenges.
Finally, the end is in sight for Steve and his load of precious vintage vehicles headed for auction.
Today's sequence of events is a little bit different because Amanda had to go and have a day surgery. So therefore, yeah, I've got to do all the kids' stuff. I'm trying to jam it all in between 8:30 and 2:30. Look at me, we're at our destination.
Yogi's hoping his latest acquisition, this $200,000 custom-built extendable trailer, will make loading quicker.
I think this trailer cooked my eggs in the morning. That's what I spec'd it up for. There's nothing this trailer can't do. Oh, yeah. One done. Let's go get another one.
The next pickup will be a larger load, needing a pilot vehicle. In this case, it just happens to be Amanda's dad, Ken, who will lead the way.
There's me pilot, Ken. Good job. We'll go and slide in there, load the big girl up and smash on down the road. Go get the next one.
The harvester has a 380 centimetre wide track, but the new trailer has been designed to deal with loads just like this.
I'll just keep an eye on those panels. I'm hoping they'll be right. They're just older style panels. Just keep an eye up top as well with the wind. It's given me a sniff to get home at 2:30. It really has. It's given me a good chance.
Bit dark out to the west there.
Yeah, it's definitely blowing up something. It's just a matter of time with it. Right, we're in a bit stripy and we're just about to turn the wipers on. So the rain is well and truly here. The wind is brutal at the moment out there. Just think I've got a panel just come up, to be honest with you. Yep, I have. Shit. I have to stop and put a cable tie around it. Really don't need this hold up, but anyway, can't do anything about it.
With his wife Amanda in hospital, Yogi needs to drive 450 kilometres, drop his load off and be back in time to pick up the kids from school.
Righto. Let's do it. Yeah. A bit of rain has made me on a knife edge. This is quite hard work for me at the moment. The old eyes are wide open here as we speak. I'll give you the tip.
Next up, 10 kilometres of dirt track to the farm drop-off.
Yeah, that's a driveway there. Gotcha. Let's get out of here. Customer's happy. I'm happy.
But now, with no weight on board to help grip the road, getting out will be harder for his 24-ton Kenworth truck.
Oh, she's not liking this at all. Come on, big girl. Come on. Give me 7Ks, 7Ks. All I ask you, mate. Bit of a slip on this hill here would be bad. Jeez. Steady, big girl. Steady. Salvation. I've never been so happy to see the bitumen in all my life. About to ring Amanda's mum, Barb, with limited phone range here and just see if she can pick the kids up. Hello, Barb. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, wet, muddy. I just come back off the... I'm just got off back on the bitumen from the mud, but I'm not going to get home to pick the kids up.
No, I'm just heading up there now.
Okay. Yeah, righto. Good one. Well, I just seen a text message from Amanda saying she's all done. Operation is successful. And that is fantastic.
Yogi's just got a new mission: to deliver 15 tonnes of building supplies on a tight deadline for the construction of a wheat silo at Dan Darrigan, 460 kilometres away.
Yeah, that'll do. Time to go down the road. Get this big truck out.
Yogi's barely left the yard when a call comes in from the depot that stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, mate.
An item's been left behind that's being ferried out to him by the office.
I'm only just out of town, but I've got to find somewhere to pull up, and Michael will come up and we'll chuck it off the ute and onto the trailer, and then we can go to work.
I said, you couldn't ring 5 minutes earlier.
That's fine. No, we've got to get it, spin it around. That's the way. That's all, bud. All right, mate. See you, mate. See ya.
It's mid-afternoon when Yogi is finally on his way. He'll now have to drive into the night to be able to deliver the materials first thing in the morning.
They'll have a team sitting there ready to unload me at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're about halfway up to the destination, which brings us into Perth town late in the day. Not ideal, but not much we can do about it either, really. I've got to move over. Not even looking. Not even remotely close to me looking. And then look, gets into it. Yeah, shit, you right? You need to make it way harder to get your licence. It's been a lot of stress in the last couple of days, and there's more to come, I reckon. Right, we're going to the farm here. We should go over the hill here and see some unbuilt silos. Oh, this is looking promising, more promising by the minute once we see a loader there. Silo builders. Yeah, look here, look here, look here.
For farmer Riley Brown, Yogi's a welcome sight.
Hey, mate. What's going on, mate? How are you? We made it. Yeah.
Time, mate.
The materials Yogi's delivering will be used to build another grain silo that will hold up to 1,500 tonnes of wheat.
You'll be able to fill it up by the end of the weekend?
Yep, I reckon.
All right, let's get it unloaded then, eh?
After a tricky couple of days juggling family responsibilities, bad weather and unforeseen delays, Yogi's met another deadline.
We're here at 7 o'clock in the morning and they are ready to build. By the time we turn around this truck and put that out the driveway, they'll be starting to put wall sheets up, so it's a good result.
Yeah. Veteran long-haul driver Mick King, known as Kingy.
All the prep that you do here is the trouble that you're not going to have somewhere down the track.
And his mate, Mick Burnett.
I've just given Mick a hand because he can't do it on his own anymore, so he needed someone that was going to do the job that was required.
Are about to take an 18-metre long road train where no truck this size should ever go.
I do know that there's sand hills, I do know that there's a river out there.
Deep into Australia's great sandy desert.
This is the Dinkum yellow, useless, hungry sand. We're talking like 30, 40 metre high sandbars. There is a track there. How well that track's going to be, I don't know. Righto, just hold it, go down.
And the reason for their mad mission? Rescuing 2 abandoned vintage army trucks that collector Kingy first saw more than 2 decades ago.
It's not a money-paying exercise, it's an exercise to recover some old trucks out in the desert and hopefully can rebuild. It's a fundraiser for Parkinson's.
His mate's got Parkinson's disease and they're doing a run with these old trucks, so we'll help him out.
Friend John Mariotti is the inspiration for the trip.
I got diagnosed, it was about 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was going along all right.
Yeah, you were in a bad way there for a while, but weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Oh, I just got to keep going, you know.
We've come up with an idea of fundraising.
Yep.
Full donation back to Parkinson's.
Well, there's the opportunity there to raise a bit of money.
This thing here pushes, pulls, lifts, four-wheel drive, you name it, it'll do it. You can almost make it dance.
Where they're going, getting bogged is very likely. This is a telehandler, a highly manoeuvrable, multi-purpose forklift. It could be the difference between success and failure.
Very important part of the operation. This little trip will take us probably a good 2 days.
The men are taking a huge risk. At stake, wrecking Kingy's $130,000 truck and trailer.
We are in territory that you probably should almost not be putting a truck into.
The men's survival. And it's been 8 years since Kingy last saw the trucks they're searching for. They might not even be there.
Hold it. I'm looking forward to this a fair bit because it's been so long. I'm just hoping nothing really much has changed out there. We're just going to hook up now. Righto. Let's go, eh? We've got the joys of about 130 k's of bitumen. We've got about another 40 k's of mediocre road, and then we'll go into some horrible red dirt, hard going sand, desert. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I wouldn't recommend anyone to take semi-trailers out there. I'm doing it because I can do it, and I want to do it. We're just on to the start of the Great Sandy Desert. The first of our sand hills is coming up here now.
got a copy?
Yeah, got you, Mick.
About a K up that track. There's a bit of a hill, so I think you might have to put your foot in.
Because otherwise you're going to get stuck.
Right, no worries, yeah. Got diff locks.
Put all the bullshit on, so we'll see what happens, eh?
Righto, hang on, here we go. This is just silty sand here now. Well, we've got diff bounce. Now we've got the river.
The only way through is to cross this ancient riverbed, baked dry by the blistering heat. It's a truck trap.
Mick's given us the thumbs up. I'm not going to walk, I'm just going to around this corner. I hope he's a good judge. End of story. Sake.
To get out, their only hope is the 75 horsepower four-wheel drive telehandler with its wider and bigger tyres.
Don't worry trying to dig it, Mick. Just go back to the forge in that track and try and just roll that track down, and we'll hook this on the front. We've got to get across, so we'll just keep going, eh?
Time for a new plan.
We're going to tow it right back up around the corner, then I'm going to get a big run up by myself, because we've rolled this a couple of times now. The ground's hard, so we're good. We'll fly down around that corner, we'll be out of here. It'll be flat out, hard as I can go.
Towed back out, Kingy will attempt another run at it. At speed. The telehandler has one more chance to get them out.
Well, are you ready?
Fail, and help is days away.
The trailer is now nearly sitting on the ground. That's the problem we got. I'm just going to bucket a heap of this sand out off this edge here. It's the one that's coppers it.
They've been trapped for more than 2 hours. With the light fading, this is their last chance, or they'll be stuck here for the night. Finally, success.
Oh, a bit frustrating, but never mind. I suppose if that's the worst we got, we'll just lick our wounds and go with it. So we'll keep plodding along before we lose too much daylight, I think.
In the hunt for two prized army trucks, the two mates are determined to push on. They have just 50 kilometres of desert track to conquer. But out here in the Australian wilderness, driving at night comes with even greater risks.
It's been a long day. hot. We're a bit frustrated now, so we'll abort for today.
Mick's 25-year-old dream of rescuing 2 vintage army trucks looks like staying just that, a dream.
Don't do jobs while you're frustrated. It just turns to crap. And it's time to have a sleep, so let's have a decent sleep. The next part up was where we kept getting stuck last night because you can get the truck to get through this bit here, but it just won't physically get up that last bit.
To get more traction, Mick's scraping off the top sand on the track to expose the firmer ground underneath.
All good. Go back and we'll get a run up. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. Speed at the moment. Bit of soft stuff. Through that. Back on the hard stuff, a bit more traction. Soft stuff, boy oh boy, look at this. So close, so close. We did pretty well there, 10 metres. We're on hard stuff here. This is the gravel here, gravel there. Got the main man here. He's got to get this out of here. Steady, steady. Under my own steam now, so that's a good sign. That went well. We've still got a long day to go yet.
The 2 Micks are now only 26 kilometres from where they believe the first truck lies.
I reckon probably within the next hour and a half, 2 hours, we'll be where we need to be to start retrieving some of these old bangers.
There's one more sand dune to climb.
This is sort of the last sand hills we'll be dealing with until we start coming back.
Mick needs to crank up as much speed as he can to get momentum.
10 feet short of the mark. ...20 odd Ks, about where that hill is over there is where we've got to get to. We'll make this the base here. There's hard dirt here, there's a good turnaround area here.
They are just a few kilometres from where Mick last saw one of the trucks 8 years ago. He has no idea if it's still there.
Let's hope that all this works out from here on.
The army truck is in an area that's impassable for Mick's 20-tonne semi. The last leg of this remarkable search will need to be done in the telehandler and 4-wheel drive ute. Mick anticipates the truck's tyres will have perished. He's brought along replacements that will need to be fitted.
You start driving, don't get lost. The final leg is on now. It's nice and humid here. So probably about 80% and 50 degrees.
And suddenly,
there's rescue number 1.
A 1968 International Australian Army transporter.
This is treasure number 1. 1970 model Acco. Trucks like this are just getting harder to find in good condition and an original condition. That's what this is. This is very original.
It may be over 50 years old, but the dry desert conditions have helped preserve this piece of Australian military history. but there's no guarantee its wheels haven't seized.
Probably 30 years since this thing has moved. This thing's going to come apart real easy because a lot of army stuff was heavy galvanised, well maintained. Proud of back. Everything's getting hot. Feet are burning, head's burning.
The midday temperature is now hitting 50 degrees Celsius. To get the truck out, the mix need to get tyres on 4 of the 6 wheels.
You just want to go down a little bit on this side. I'll get this one on first. Go down a bit. Up a fraction. Wait. Yeah, something's happened here.
The tow chain has got caught in the truck's undercarriage.
We can't get the chain undone now. You realise that, don't you? Hey? If you're having a real crap day, have a think about these blokes with like Parkinson's. It's a struggle for them people to get out of bed some days. I was having a dummy spit over absolutely nothing. I really should have had my ass kicked because that's... It's nothing compared to what those blokes go through. Right, let's get back into this and get going.
1.5 kilometres away, Mick hopes to find the other army truck, a Second World War troop carrier. The last time Mick saw the abandoned vehicle was 8 years ago. The risk is, it may no longer be there.
In the desert is like preserved, and we're taking our chances that this is a preserved item. It's a very old truck. Let's have a look at it. It's about a 1944 model GMC, a truck that originally come from Canada. It's an old 6-wheel drive truck, canvas roof. Just try and get myself 4 rims. These burnt ones will be easy. I'll just knock the outside ones off for now and come back and put the other ones back on them. So the rattle gun time. We better hurry because it is going to rain, I'd say.
A desert storm can quickly turn the sandy soil into a muddy bog. It's over 450 kilometres through hostile terrain to the nearest town. The men need to get out now.
One wheel says stuff it, we'll just keep dragging it and we'll just get out of here. We haven't got time to really piss fart around. It's going to piss down on their head in there in a minute. It's only got to be dragged out 90 k's and then we'll be putting it onto another trailer.
With the storm closing in, Mick King's battling to get back to civilization with 2 vintage army trucks.
Wheels are now turning.
If the storm brings heavy rain, it could turn the red sand into a muddy bog.
Tell you what, it looks wet. Mick was just saying that there's hail up here somewhere. Out ahead of us here, there's like now water all over the road. I hope we don't get stuck out here for a week or so.
Up ahead, the dunes that trapped them on the way in. Now they're at risk of being bogged again in wet sand.
I think it's just a case of line it up and give it a charge. reckon if we give the cruiser a bit of a shake on it, see what happens.
The four-wheel drive ute is their only option.
Stop.
To lighten the load, Mick detaches the 8-ton army transporter. Mick's out, and the telehandler goes back for the transporter. For 4 days, Mick's rescue convoy for charity has battled Australia's second biggest desert.
Yeah, we're on our last leg. We're getting excited. We want to get out of here now.
They fought the heat, the remoteness, and the sand.
That's the finish line.
At Mick's yard, mate John Mariotti, the inspiration for the trip, has arrived to see the vintage trucks for the first time.
It's been a hell of a job to get them, but I think we'll be pretty right.
It will take 6 months to restore one of the trucks before John and Mick plan to drive it across Australia, raising money on the road for research into Parkinson's disease.
I think I'll just be happy to go. Happy to go.
Yeah, we'll have some good times out there. You don't have to worry about that.